This channel is made possible by viewers like you. My viewers, subscribers, and patrons greatly help to keep this channel going. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for all of you. Please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any uploads. And if you'd like to go the extra mile, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you'll get access to what I'm working on, previews of upcoming content, and even early videos, along with other tier options for those that are interested. Thank you, and now on to the video. I have been having an absolute blast playing Forgive Me Father 2. I have played a bit of the first during its early access period, and I really enjoyed what it had to offer. Not having played the first after its full release, and now going into the second, I also like what this sequel provides. Here you get a linear first-person shooter, and it's just a lot of fun. The guns feel impactful, there's plenty of blood, and the sound is nice as well. Everything you shoot is ugly, disgusting, and simply unique to look at. The environments are varied, and it is something that is completely sucking me in now. It's simple, very traditional, and most of all, very fun. Where the AAA industry may disappoint many of us, either not liking how they go about games or even develop them now, or even the direction they are taking where maybe most players actually want it. And maybe they are right and know what people want. I think as always, the indie space can kind of come in and service different groups with new games and old styles, or a combination of styles, or even something just completely original. The indie space feels like this is where creativity for the gaming medium can really flourish. If you say you might be in the mood for X thing, or something like that, you're probably going to find that within the indie space. I think this mainly comes down to that people making the games miss the very thing that many of us miss too. They grew up with the same games or have the appreciation for them as we do, but they happen to also have the technical knowledge to actually make a game like that. It is the perfect combo of the passion of the gamer and a talent of a quality developer, and the drive from both of them. I even see this with Forgive Me Father 2. Going through this, it does have this older school quality to it, in a very good way. Linear is often used as a negative when you see it brought up in many of the big publications. The lack of having all the choices and huge open spaces means that the game isn't going to have that infinite replay value that you might get with a live service game, and these big publications seem to think the game is just then not worth your time. And as a fan of some of those live service games myself, and open world games and more open ones too, I still want developers like this one to invest in titles that provide that direct experience, the more down the line affair. We need games like this, just like we need quality games with other aspects to them. I often even find myself longing for games with different aspects depending on my mood. Here with Forgive Me Father 2, you have a fairly linear journey, and it is something that I can play a few levels of, or even more. I'll always be a defender of linear games. For those a bit unfamiliar with Forgive Me Father, this game is within its early access state, and it is a first-person shooter that has you shooting all manner of twisted Lovecraftian-inspired enemies. The game is just absolutely gorgeous with its comic book art style. I really like how the gameplay sort of ramps up as you keep going from level to level. You slowly gain new weapons to try out and new enemies to try them out on. There's an escalation of the action, where in the beginning the game even has this more survival horror type feel. The lower ammo capacity and lower number of weapons at the start means that pretty much every shot does matter, and a missed shot can really hurt you, just like in a survival horror game. Plus the heavy use of shadows and the general look of the environments all plays into this as well. Perks and new guns can be unlocked and slotted as well to give you more personality and customization too. But with that low ammo count, the game does require the player to use everything they have within their arsenal, especially for some of the larger arena battles. Forgive Me Father 2 is a very easy game to get into. Point and shoot, find the keys, survive, and get to the exit. There is a bit of that been there, done that type of design, but here it feels more in line with other quality indie titles, where it brings enough of its own style and flavor to a more traditional type of game. I appreciate all of that, and I really enjoy it. Something I use as a natural test if I'm really enjoying a game is that when I sit down to play the game for maybe 30 minutes, and then I look at the clock again and I see that 2 hours have passed instead. This is what I found when playing Forgive Me Father 2. I would sit down to just play through a level or two, but after 2 I just wanted to keep going, so I did. The game was giving me plenty of reasons to keep playing. New enemies were being introduced, I could try out new and fun weapons along with interesting and creepy environments to explore. I just did not want to stop. It's a linear type of game that honestly makes you wish it was bigger, because I would love to explore this world even more, but I think the game should probably stay linear because it is apparent that based on what I have played so far, this is what these developers know how to do best. You have forward-moving action at a very good quality, but the wanting more I think is a very good thing, but keep it focused and direct, and most of all, fun. I love a variety of different types of genres when it comes to the games that I play. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a large open world with plenty of things to see and do, vast areas to explore, and almost endless content, something I know I could really sink my teeth into for a long time. At other times I want something fun to play with friends, a game that you can just jump into for a short period of time and get a fun experience out of it, or something that you could play forever because of its short play sessions and high replayability. And at other times I want something more linear with its design in mind, a game that really gives you an entertaining A to B experience. Maybe there is some exploration and replay in other ways from upgrades and secrets, but for the most part you are in this very direct experience and trying to find your way to the exit. This is what I've been experiencing with Forgive Me Father 2. It has an awesome flow to it, because of all the surrounding elements that boost up its highly enjoyable minute-to-minute gameplay. A good shooter needs a lot of things to be very good, but the most important thing is it fun to shoot stuff. Forgive Me Father 2 is just a blast. Yes, I know it's still in early access. It will probably get better and more content rich as it continues to be updated. I think this experience is just going to keep getting better. As it stands right now, it is something that I really like coming back to. I recommend it. Do you like indie first-person shooters? Do you like linear games? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you can help to keep this channel going strong, and this allows me to be able to do more for my awesome audience. Please check out the links in the description and pinned comment for ways to support the channel. And most of all, thank you very much for watching.